Hey, Joe Mastriano, CPA, and welcome to my Live at 5 video. And today I want to talk again about how crazy people are because they don't consider their tax return with the level of importance that it should have. So here goes. Since 1980, when I started my CPA firm, I've represented thousands of people. I've had CPAs and attorneys work for me, enrolled agents, and over the decades, we found people making the same mistakes. They make the same mistakes of not audit proofing their return, going to these tax factories. I won't mention any names, but if the company just does taxes and it's not a CPA firm, it doesn't do IRS representation, then they're, probably a tax factory unless they're very small. And they don't understand what to tell you to audit proof your returns. Now, when you audit proof your returns, it prevents an audit. This is so great because what happens is right now that it's the beginning of 2023 and the IRS is going after people like crazy, you better not be audited. They go into your personal bank statement. They try to make every deposit taxable unless you can prove it's not. And people are still rushing to have returns filed by April 15th, and they're still e-filing. That's a mistake. You want paper returns so you can explain things to avoid an audit, and you want to file before the extension deadline to lower your chances of being audited. I have a 4-part checklist. To this day, over the last 10 years, when we followed it, not one person was audited. Now, I get cases that, my God, if they were left alone or their tax preparer were representing them, it would be a CID case, Criminal Investigations Division. These collection officers are very quick to levy. During COVID, they weren't. But the second they come out of it, I've been warning people, I don't know exactly when it's going to start. If you know you owe the IRS money and you don't have a valid agreement, one that is coded as a valid agreement, there's certain codes they use, 2-digit codes, or on a personal return, they might just stamp that period with a statement that says this period is part of an installment agreement. But even if that's the case, if you're a day late or a dollar short, you'll break that agreement. And to make matters worse, a more liberal IRS has been giving people chances to catch up on their monthly payments. But I know people who had those chances and then they were levied. And then when we tried to complain, the IRS said, well, you broke your agreement way back when. Even though we gave you a chance, you still broke the agreement, and that gave us the right to levy you anytime. So you really, really have to be careful who you take advice from. I've got competitors that their salespeople get up to a third of what you pay for their commission. So I have to tell you, never, never hire an IRS representation company. First of all, if it's not a CPA firm or a law firm, I wouldn't go near them. But never hire one that uses salespeople, because you need to talk to the person that's doing your case, and you need to make sure that that person is the one doing your case. I get calls from people that complain. They called their IRS representation company, their national company they saw on TV or that kept popping up on the internet. And they don't even know who that person is, which is crazy. I've always taken the small firm approach. We know who people are, and you're going to get professional help, and it's not going to be handed down to some junior like it is in other companies. But your safe bet is really to first um, do my consultation, learn how to audit proof your return, even if you have an accountant that you've had for years, or if it's a relative, and you can take that information and explain to that person how they should handle your return. And then you don't have to worry about switching, preparers. Now, if you're looking for someone to help you with an audit, don't go with your tax preparer. Your tax preparer might be able to show receipts to the auditor and cancel checks, but audits are a lot more than that. Uh, it's amazing over the years how many people have come to me after their tax preparer tried to help them in an audit and they failed. And they've come to me complaining that the IRS won't take their receipts. And I had to explain that audits are a lot deeper than just cancel checks and invoices. And most people don't even have that. Gee, there's still a whole lot of tax preparers that allow people that have only one cell phone and they put it down as a deduction on the Schedule C because the taxpayer says, oh, I use that phone 95% for business and I wouldn't have the cell phone otherwise. Well, that's not the criteria the IRS uses. If you're going to represent someone in an audit, you better have many years experience in dealing with auditors and knowing what they accept and knowing what they don't accept. So, as always, call Stephanie 713-774-4467. Set up a consultation, and 99% of everybody are happy and usually tell me that I've alerted them to things that they didn't know before, no matter how old they were, what attorneys or CPAs they may have used in the past. It doesn't matter. Experience is a great teacher. I started my CPA firm in 1980 when I was 25 years old. I quit counting after a few thousand cases. This is an experienced game. You do not want to take the IRS divisions for granted. The offer division, the collection division, the audit division, the criminal investigation division, the identity theft division. I can go on and on. They have many divisions, and they will browbeat people and not even care if that person is a CPA or not. So I'm going to sign off. And the phone number again, 713-774-4467. Call Stephanie. She'll answer your questions for free and then help you make a decision. And hopefully that decision is to set up a consultation, but she'll be honest with you. If that's not the thing to do, then she won't. And she won't ask you to do it. Um, it might just be handled through the preparation of a tax return. And Robin or someone can give you a quote. That's it. I'm signing off. Thank you.